Tomorrow in class, we will talk about how to identify the writer's tone and attitude when we read a text. Let's warm up a little bit by listening to what some stakeholders say about their feelings during the pandemic. Look at the quote here from a student. Think about what word to be used to describe his feeling. Let me give you 5 seconds. Don't worry if you don't have a word in mind at the moment. I'll give you some adjectives later. The first word is humorous, which means funny or making you laugh. Now, 5 seconds for this one. I would use the word supportive for this one, as the word means showing agreement and giving encouragement. What about this one? Let's think about it. I would use the word skeptical. This word might be slightly more difficult for some of you. It actually means doubting that something is true or useful. Another 5 seconds for this one. One word that is very similar to skeptical is critical, which means not pleased. We use it when we are saying that someone or something is bad or wrong. To make it simple, critical means more or less the same as not pleased, and skeptical means more or less the same as doubtful. Here comes the question. But how do we know the tone or attitude if we don't actually listen to what the speaker says when we are doing a reading comprehension test? Actually, you can use 6 steps to identify the tone of the writer. The first step is to identify the purpose of the writer. The second step is to identify the general tone. It can be positive, negative, or neutral. Then you need to pay attention to the word choice and the details provided. The fifth step is to identify the specific tone. And finally, you can identify the attitude of the writer. Okay, some of you may wonder, hey, we need to read much longer text in the exam. Yes, that's true, and different parts of a text serve different purposes usually. When we're reading non-language arts texts, like news articles or essays, we can always find that these common purposes affect the tone. Of course, a passage doesn't have to serve a very specific purpose all the time, so I just use the word general. But very often, the beginning of a text gives background information about the issue or describes the issue. When we read on, we might be able to find the illustration of the cause, the writer's reaction to the issue, or his or her response to the solution of a problem. Then towards the end, the writer might be trying to look into the future. You can use this table to help you. The first quotation from the student is a general comment about suspension. We can see that the student is very positive, so we can just go down the list of words under positive. Then, from the word choice and detail haha and summification, we can be quite sure that it is humorous based on what we have here. You can do the same for questions 2 to 4. Now it's your turn. There are 2 questions. This is the first one. You have 5 seconds. Pause the video if you need more time. You may also want to go back to the previous table. Another 5 seconds for the second one. Pause the video if you need more time. Have you got the answers yet? The first one is cautious. And the second one is concerned. If you still find it very difficult, don't worry. We'll go into more detail in class tomorrow. See you!